16 points. Michael Young fouled in the act of shooting. He has outscored him in this ball game, but Michael Young has gotten a lot of...
Only 3 other players have contributed to the Ginebra cause, and these are Dondon. Didn't take good care of the basketball on his end of the floor. So here comes mighty Michael.
The foul is going to be against Bern Quarter.
That's in addition to 5 big rebounds.
Ordinary for Michael Hackett.
That's right.
He's been averaging over 21 points, a little over 21 rebounds per ball game.
Wearing number 13 on his jersey. 4:50 in the balance for the first quarter. First half, I should have said.
He didn't know who to pass to.
That's the kind of a mistake that he seldom makes, believe me. The Big J now confronted by Bernie Fabiosa. There's a big mismatch here. Loizaga against Ramos. Snap shot by the Big J from top of the key. It's no good.
Pushed there by Latosa. Gets the loose ball recovery. Makes the shot from his favorite angle.
You know, that lean frame of his is very deceptive. He can bang it out with the big guys.
He played for the Tanduay Ram Makers before going back to the amateurs again, and then now returning to the pros by going back to Tanduay, who let him go. Michael Young, simple dunk.
A simple
Eagle squad.
Incidentally, for comfort and durability in sportswear, go for Adidas, the official outfitter of the PBA. Timeout. We'll be back. 3 minutes and 55 remaining in the first quarter. Still a very comfortable 14-point advantage for the Great Taste coffee makers. Who ran around during the first quarter as though there were no sequence. You can see that they have added a dimension of defense.
Definitely.
Michael Young in a rather awkward situation as he threw up a hapless attempt. Chito Loizaga quickly to Hackett.
Makes the shot, gets the foul downstairs, has a chance for a 3-point play. Fight for third place between Ginebra and Great Taste when they were playing for third place. And he had 103 points in one of those games. They also picked up the third place.
To the tune of about 17 points at one juncture. Ricky Brown in the left line. Works it inside heavy traffic. Fielded beautifully by Michael Young, who comes through.
And he had the advantage. He was being picked up by local. Fast break play there for Michael Hackett. He catches it but steps on the end line. And he's
lead for Great Taste. Dani Gonzalgo in hot pursuit of Ricky Brown. He loves it. It was actually intended for Michael Young, but he was a mile away. Good defense by Dani Gonzalgo. Equally good defense by Brown. And he's called for traveling.
Yes, what happened there was Michael Hackett let go of the ball. And it was an air ball. So when he went and got the ball again, the violation was called again.
Arnie Tuadlis challenging Chito Loizaga. Goes out to Ricky Brown. The snap shot. Bullseye.
Big guy.
Dani Gonzalgo makes his own move. Challenges Michael Young and comes to grief as Michael Young gets himself to position for the defensive rebound. Another fast break in the works. Anchored on Ramos.
Power play there by Ramos as we see Sonny Jaworski really giving him a tough time trying to make that basket.
Here's the Big J dropping it off to Michael Hackett. The pirouette pays off.
6'2".
That's right.
And he's playing power forward for the team right now in the absence of Abe King.
Another prayer thrown up by Ricky Brown. Alan Kaidik comes out of nowhere. He too is smothered, rejected. And the Big J.
Oh, what an assist pass by Sonny Jaworski. And the foul is called against Ramos.
Okay, we've got a double knockdown here. Chito Loizaga and Ramos both lingering on the floor as we watch a slow-mo replay of that bristling piece of action.
There's Ramos going down. His feet gets entangled with Chito Loizaga. The foul is called against it.
Well, that was a comic relief. Comic for everybody except Ramos and Loizaga, who got burns as a result of that entanglement with the floor.
He comes out with a very loud thud, actually. Ramos really must have felt it at the back.
Yes.
His behind is hurting.
Oh, but he's a tough guy. Look at those legs. Ginebra once again threatening to break through the double bound.
Right. And Hackett just push him out of the way.
And here's Michael Young making his move. Yeah. Another brilliant getaway by Young, and he's fast catching up with Michael Hackett in the scoring department. He's already got 17. Zaldi Latosa goes to Chito Loizaga. Leo Isaac against Alan Kaidik. Beautiful cut by Chito.
Back-to-back baskets by Michael Young. Might go for the last shot.
All right, 4 seconds to go. He puts it up from the three-point region. A tad short, follow up by Allen. It would have counted if it had gone. but it didn't. So it's a 10-point lead for Great Taste as everybody takes to the locker room for a breather. We too could use a breather, so we'll be back with you in just a short while.
17-point lead went down to 10. Let's see what they can do here in the third quarter if Ginebra wants to get back. They must come on strong here.
All right, we're 5 seconds into the third quarter. Chito Loizaga against Philip Cesar. We'll look at the lineups on the floor. We've got Michael Hackett there losing the ball on the top by Michael Young. Chito Loizaga keeping it alive. Jaworski from the three-point region. Oh, almost went overboard. Look at the three guys arguing possession. Michael Hackett does what he does best.
Yes. Goes for the offensive rebound. Loose ball recoveries. 36 points now for Hackett. Just an 8-point lead for Great Taste.
That's right. The Ginebras finally breaking through the two-digit barrier, and they're back in business. 40 seconds left, or gone by in the third quarter, as Ricky Brown misses from the corner.
And
another brilliant opportunity. Yes, a boarding here for Ginebra San Miguel. A fumble by the Big J forces him into a dribbling error.
He was forced into that violation by the quick hands of Alan Kaidik, trying to go for that steal. Sonny couldn't really find somebody to pass on, and he was forced into that violation.
You know, before tonight's game, Alan Kaidik was known as a pure shooter, but it looks like he's got a lot more dimensions to this game than just that. All right, loose ball.
So he's familiar with the pressing style that was issued by Ron Jacobs for the NCC. So that entailed a lot of quick hands. You really have to come up with a hustling defense, trying to go for the steals. And he's just continuing it. Oh, and Hackett there with another powerful rebound and scores again. Back-to-back baskets by Hackett. Cuts down the lead to only 6.
A lot of jostling underneath that goal.
And Michael is gone. Michael is gone in that play. That was a useless foul because...
Again, for the benefit of those who failed to catch the result of the first game, well, the Magnolians suffered their very first setback in this 2-week-old open tournament at the hands of the Tanduay Makers. Final score there was 115 to 111.
It was one of the closest games we've seen so far, and a very exciting one.
Oh, kept us on edge for all of 48 minutes.
Oh, what a pass by Hackett. Jaworski can't score underneath, but he gets the offensive rebound, tries one more time, gets fouled. Let's see by whom.
Quite possibly Philip Cesar. There's only one team foul so far. Leo Sark, hounded now by Alan Kaidik. Ricky Brown is on the Big J. They're working the ball around the perimeter, trying to look for a breach, and it's an offensive foul. Within a space of 3 minutes. Ricky Brown goes to Alan Kaidik.
Three-point shot. Yes, sir.
Very well in the professional league. 67-56. Back to a double-digit advantage for the Great Taste Coffee Makers. The baseline drive by Michael Young. Nobody dared stand in it.
By Ricardo Brown. He had no way of saving the ball. Threw the ball against the foot of the opponent and was able to get the ball back for Great Taste.
69-56 is still the tally posted on the scoreboard. 8:47 in a balance for the third period is Philip Cesar. A good assist to Arnie Twadless.
12 points now for Arnie Twadless. 15-point lead for Great Taste after Ginebra threatened that when it was down to 6.
That's right. Another big collapse here by the Ginebras. Top of the key shot. Chito Loizaga. 71-58. Well, they'll have to put those baskets in a cluster now. And Dr. Tring Cruz for Great Taste. Alan Kaidik quickly gets it over to Ricky Brown. Cross court to Michael Young. Inside to Alan.
Fails to score, gets the foul from Sonny Jaworski. Quick cut there.
Right.
Just like Ramon, Fernandez.
Well, they can squeeze right through the eye of the proverbial needle. All right. This half is hoping to improve on his game tonight. He's contributed only 4 markers to the Ginebra cause tonight. Alan Kaidik, in the meantime, continues to burn hot. Very even distribution of the score for Great Taste Coffee. Getting a lot of the burden off the shoulders of Michael Young. Michael Hackett, in the meantime, has to cope with a double team. He puts it up. That's the best way to do it.
Put the ball.
Muscular figure.
Weiss is about 235 pounds, And Michael is down to 225 the last time that I talked to him.
That's not such a bad matchup. Left-handed shot. Off balance. Won't go, but he's going to get a consolation prize.
Of Ginebra, this should be the strongest 5 for Ginebra. And with Chito Loizaga and Sonny Jaworski in the backcourt, forward line composed of Hackett, Ampalayo, and Terry Saldana. Because Great Taste is coasting at this point, And maybe they can catch them flat-footed with a spurry of baskets.
Yeah, that's right. I think they're just loading up for another blitzkrieg later on.
Yes, it must come soon also. Because if you let Great Taste just play their half-court game and their fast-breaking game, that lead might balloon to over 20, and it will be very difficult to catch up. They must really come up with that blitzkrieg right now.
Terry Saldana shakes off Arnie Twadless and makes it.
Terry Saldana with his 6th point of the ball game, lead down to 13.
Well, at least it's very consistent. 2 points in each quarter. Brown. Michael Young, 3-point shot.
He's not as consistent as he was last year from that three.
For Great Taste. 75-62, 13-point lead for the coffee makers. Chito Luisaga quickly to Terry Saldana.
Oh, and a bad play there by Terry Saldana. An opportunity for them to get closer now. A fast break play in the offing for the other end.
Beautifully consummated again by Arnie Twad. 77-62, back to a 15-point advantage for Great Taste. Well, if that explosion is going to come, it better come now.
Or it might not come at all anymore.
Right.
Jaworski finally getting his first 2 points of the ball game on a reverse layup.
All right, we've just crossed the halfway point of the third period. Still a very impressive 13-point advantage for the Great Taste coffee makers, looking for victory in number 3 in 4 games, as Terry Saldana tried to bank it off the glass, instead drawing a foul from Arnie Twadless.
So 2 free throws for Terry Saldana, who has 6 points in the ball game, making his first free.
Well, Terry has begun to catch fire.
He's one of our premier power forwards, especially on off.
Going to have to go in the third period. Alan Kaidik making things very hot for Chito Luisaga.
Well, Luisaga stopped his dribble. That's why he really couldn't. Has to look for a pass.
And that was a bad pass, yes. Interception by Ricky Brown. He's going to challenge the Big J. And the Big J is right there for the defensive rebound after doing such a great defensive job.
Hackett's going to take it in all the way. Misses the shot, however.
Gallant effort. Consolation prize will come in the form of 2 free throws. Michael Young also
has 3 personal fouls right now.
Oh, I think I made a mistake earlier in saying that he had already 3 personals. Actually, it was Ramos's card I was looking at.
You're clairvoyant, Joe. You just knew that Michael was going to commit his 3rd personal foul soon.
Well, I better not be too clairvoyant because they might jump on me for 41 out of the ball game.
Yes, 41 points already for Michael Hackett. If he should stay in the ball game, he might break that 57-point record of David Thurkill for this conference as far as point production is concerned. The way he's going.
If he does it, it's going to be a very short-lived record for David Thurkill. It was erected only about an hour and a half ago. Malayo.
That's a nice shot there.
Wow. Fortunately, there was nobody on that chair where he just made his hop, skip, and jump.
Looked like Bob Demon in that play.
Yes, sir. 68-79, still an 11-point lead for Great Taste.
3-point shot by Kaidik. Yes, sir. His man left him.
Terry Saldana worked it inside to Michael Hackett. The turnaround is no good. And look at Philip Cesar asserting might and main off the defensive board. In open court, we have a piece of cake for Alan Kaidik.
It's good pass there by Mike. Deserves recognition tonight with this ball game so far.
Alan Kaidik already has 20 markers to his credit. 84-68, 16-point lead for Great Taste. Michael Hackett, 44 markers to his credit. Arnie Twadless deep in the right flank against Terry Saldana. Philip Cesar jogging for position against Michael Hackett. Alan Kaidik trying to set up a pick, but Jaworski is on top of Ricky Brown.
Another 3-point shot by Alan Kaidik.
How do you cope with a team with this kind of artillery, Dr. J? They can hit from every conceivable angle. Back to a 17-point lead now for Great Taste. Michael Hackett setting up a pick for Jaworski. Did you see how Jaworski had to shove Michael Hackett because the pick was too near? It blocked his vision entirely. Philip Cesar is absolutely dismayed with himself. MVP in 1981, I believe.
Philip Cesar, I think in the late 70s. If I'm not mistaken, 79.
79, okay. A split there by Philip. Team fouls away from the limit. Ginebra is already in penalty. Leo Zaz gets the pass from Michael Hackett. Terry Saldana Very tight defensive quarter direction around the lane by the orange shirts. A forced shot by Terry. He gets it right back.
And makes the shot plus a foul. The reason why the orange shirt